All right, you walk into a wrestling room, you see people just completely clothed in sweats, and they're just riding the bike for minutes and hours on end. Now, most people do that to drop weight, but I'm going to tell you why that's also important for base level conditioning. Now, I could go about explaining the science behind all of this to you, but it would make a lot more sense to me explain it in a different way. You have to think of your conditioning and your cardiovascular output in the sense of like a pyramid with the tip up top and the base on the bottom. The wider my base, right? How tall can my pyramid go? The wider the base, the taller the pyramid. The smaller the base, the smaller the pyramid. That tip top of the pyramid is your highest potential energy level that you can reach at any given time. Now, the bigger my base, the higher my peak can be, right? So how do we increase our base? That's where your base level conditioning comes into play. If you can increase your cardiovascular endurance and let's say ride a bike for 30 minutes at about 60 RPMs and increase your base level conditioning to the point where your foundation is like this, then that means your peak can be way up here. But if we're only doing sprint-based exercises, which is good to burn fat and also to help increase that cardiovascular output, we're only limiting our bodies to achieve a certain energy potential. And if we want to get out of our bodies as much as we possibly can, then we, especially as wrestlers, we have to do every level of training that there is. We have to uncover every single rock. We have to look under every single little crevice we can to access every single ounce of our potential that we can so that we can go be the best that we can be. So what I'm going to tell you is do about at least 1 day, 1 to 3 days per week of base level conditioning. That means hop on a bike, go low steady state, keeping your heart rate under 130 beats per minute and holding that same steady state for anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes. That way your lung capacity increases, which means that your cardiovascular output can be a lot higher when you actually go to do a sprint burst in a match or a sprint burst in practice.